search my name, it'll forever be connected to me.
Well, you could search my name, and I've got about 20,000 videos up. So
That's true.
Try to control it.
I know, but it's Google. It's like the Times of Israel, the Times of England, the New York Post.
Well, don't look at it as a down negative thing. Because at least you have some brand name recognition.
That is an upside.
Oh God.
All publicity, like Wrigley said, if I had $1 million, I would spend $999,000 on advertising and $1 on product. I mean, you got $1 million worth of advertising, but you didn't capitalize on it. We were trying.
Great quote. I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, you know why I didn't capitalize on it? Because I was in a freaking psychiatric hospital.
No, well, we tried to consult with you, right away and say you have to capitalize on this immediately, and you were debating it. We were discussing it, but you never did anything.
You should have hit up Stu Peters as soon as that happened.
Yeah.
Guys, I was in the hospital for a month. How was I supposed to
When you got out, if you would have gone on a talk show or something, like...
It was already dead by then.
Anyways, we're just trying to positive think about how you could have capitalized on it.
Can I go on your show?
You were on my show. Nobody watches my show. And you were on my show a gazillion times, and nobody watches it.
Oh, God. I hate that I'm out there, but I feel like I have no choice but to be out there more.
Yeah, you need to control the communication. Just as long as you focus on
education. I gotta go dip. John Kitover, you stay sharp, brother. Princessia, love you. Peace out, guys.
Bye.
I'm just saying, control the communication. Like, get into education, and then you can, if anybody ever says anything to you, like, oh, hey, I found this video of you, and you can be like, oh, well, did you watch this video?
Yeah.
Make it professional.
Yeah. I wrote a tweet about it yesterday. It's just like a lot of venom. That's what I see. It's just like it's ugly. Like it's just venom. And then the responses are venom back,
Yeah, well, change the messaging and change the feedback, You don't have to dwell on this one moment. It's only a small snippet of your entire life.
Yeah, but I thought I was going to Rikers.
You thought you were going to Rikers?
Isn't that what you told me?
I mean, I'm joking around. Whatever happened with the lawsuit?
With my charges?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say. It's too many ops listening.
Oh, like anybody cares. Welcome back. Welcome to life where nobody cares about you unless there's gossip to be had.
I know, right? Is Abby still one of your listeners?
She might be, but I don't talk to her actively. I mean, she's messaged me on X like once or twice, but I don't pay her any attention. She's whatever his face's name is.
What?
Diogenes.
That's his bone.
That's it. That's his girl, and she's his. She's in love with him in the same way that you're in love, supposedly, with Diego.
I don't think that she's in love with him the same way I'm in love with Diego.
Oh, your love is better?
I think my love is pure. And
oh my God, you're so stupid.
Yeah, I don't want anything. I just want him to be well and good, and I'm just grateful that I've met him and know him.
Yeah, that's called being a friend.
Okay. Well, then I love my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I heard a lot of people around you are in Chicago. Are you going to meet them?
No. Why would I meet them when I can just talk to them here? What's the point?
I guess because they know what you look like. You don't know what they look like.
I'm happy to keep it that way. They've wasted my time here enough. It's like, why would I want to meet them in the real world? I'm busy. I just busted my ass over the past couple of days. I've had an infection. I've been sick. Like, what's the point of meeting up with somebody? Because people just
okay?
yeah, I'm doing okay. But people want to drink, and like that's the thing. People are social. Oh, it's like I want to control my environment. I don't want to, be controlled by the environment, and people are that environment. So
Yeah, let me ask you, why are you being so anti-Islam lately?
because I've been hearing all these crazy hadiths, and I'm like, this is so fucking crazy. This is stupid. This is
But
childish. This is
okay, listen,
ridiculous.
if somebody's picking like some hadiths that other people don't know about, aren't you suspicious of like, okay, where's this hadith from? What does it mean? Like, there's so many hadiths. I don't even know what the number is, but it's bigger. The corpus is more massive than the Quran.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean,
It's a lot. It's shit. It's just stuff I've never heard before, ever. And I never heard it in the media because it's inflammatory, because it's ridiculous. And so,
you have to ask yourself, why do they know it? It's because it is like there's something intentionally they're looking for it. Like the average Muslim doesn't know this stuff. Like,
oh, I
don't
know.
these.
I agree. I see Muslims all the time, and I know that they don't know about any of this shit. So that's why I find it so interesting, because it's so ridiculous.
But it's not part of the religion.
I know. It's like a cultural thing. So it's
No,
just.
those hadiths. So it's like for example, what's one of the hadiths that you're talking about?
How Muhammad had a threesome. How Muhammad.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a threesome.
A lot of this stuff. Well, anyways, I'm just saying.
You know, he didn't have a threesome because it's haram to have a threesome. So if he had it, it wouldn't be haram.
Well, I could show you the hadith. Do you want to see?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to, because that's not my thing. Like, other people are discussing it, and I'm not the one who is creating. I'm recording the content, but I'm not the one creating it.
Mm-hmm. You've been very nice today. What's with the difference?
What, with you right now?
Yeah, you've been like a lot nicer than you usually are.
I don't have anything against you personally.
No, I don't know. You seem different. Maybe it's because you've been sick and you had the infection.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, when you get a taste of mortality, all that you realize how stupid all this is even more, because you're like, oh, like I can't even walk. I'm gonna die. Why am I fucking causing all this drama? What a waste of time.
Yeah, but you can walk, right?
Now I can, yeah.
You couldn't walk before at all?
No.
Wow, that's awful.
It's very scary. You're like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't
How
walk.
long could you not walk for?
Like 4 days.
No way. That's awful.
I mean, I could walk, but I can't walk without extreme pain. So basically, you can't walk.
Do you have a sciatic nerve?
No, it's a gout infection.
Gout?
Yeah. They call it piss foot.
Wow.
Your blood takes in all the uric acid, and then it's like walking on glass.
Oh my god, sounds awful. I've been sick for the last couple weeks. I haven't been going to the gym. But not as sick as you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going to the gym like probably tomorrow.
What's going on with your days?
I'm not like text messaging anybody, like I was seeing this one girl from Germany, then she moved back to Germany, and then I'm just like on Hinge. They deleted my Hinge, then I got my Hinge account back. It's so stupid. But since I got sick,
your Hinge?
I don't know. They, I was spamming people saying copy and paste. You want to go to the beach? Want to go to the beach?
I know I can't do that. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, but then I got sick, and I was like, well, I like to drink, so that's part of the problem. It's like I have to slow it down.
Yeah. It's not good.
Yeah, alcohol is basically poison.
Very bad for you.
Muslims, they say they don't drink, but they drink. They drink on special occasions.
Muslims, they say what?
Muslims say they don't drink, but they drink.
I mean, I don't drink, but I drank when I was in Vegas.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? Like, you drink.
No, but I know I wouldn't have normally done it. I just did it because I was in Diego.
Yeah, exactly.
And I should have done it because it was really hard on my head. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
And I just tried wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It speeds you up. It activates your neural network in your brain. So you have to deal with that. And if you study, if you read books, like that's one good way to use the alcohol. But
Really?
most people
You drink
just
every day, don't you?
not. I haven't had a drink in the past couple days in the way that I usually drink, but I mean, I have been pushing it hard. But when you have a health infection because of that, it makes you think, maybe I overdid it.
Yeah. It's hard. Like you have to take your health very seriously. Just be happy.
Yeah, you can. I don't know. There's a formula. There's a formula. And it takes consistency and discipline. But honestly, like all this wasted effort in communication, especially about a million different things or top 10 things,
Wait, hold on.
it's just such a waste of time.
Wait,
People will waste your
hold
time
on,
so
hold on.
much.
This is what what's his guru just sent me. Can I read it? He wrote one last thing and then in capital letters. Jesus is God. Jesus is the Logos incarnate. No one goes to the Father except through him. You love the Lord Jesus Christ and are obsessed with him because you subconsciously know he is God in the flesh in your heart and mind. Become Catholic. The heavens will rejoice. Don't fret for the kingdom of God. Listen to me, your friend. I'm the voice that crowded up in the wilderness. Did you write this or did you write this? Your trials and tribulations are not accidents, but you're going through a divine test. This will ultimately lead you to your conversion to the one true Catholic faith. What do you think of that?
I mean,
What do you think of
he might not be right. He might not be wrong. I don't know. I mean, I can't. No, I don't think anybody knows for sure. But I think a lot of people at the end of their lives they go that route because they're like, well, what downside do I have? Let's try it. It's all
To be
experimentation.
when I think I'm gonna die, I feel like the need to say my shahada. I don't think if I.
That's your programming. If you didn't receive that programming, you wouldn't be thinking that way.
But I program myself.
Yeah, well, that's your program. I don't know what to tell you. Like our brains are just computers, and what programs we use is how we do it. That's how we do life.
I mean, are you really a Jew? What are you? Because I feel like you're not a Jew.
No, my mom's not a Jew.
No, I don't believe in ethnicity. I mean in religion.
I like Jewish books because they're full of wisdom, and so from that aspect, you could call me Jewish. But then I could read Christian stuff and then be like, "Oh, he's a Christian." Like to me, it's all the same wordplay with different objects or pronouns or it's.
You're a perennialist.
What's a perennialist?
Where you find God like in all the paths, see God in everything.
Yeah, I think they call it like the holy realm. So there's like many paths to the same.
Yeah, that's perennialism.
But it's still words, and it's in English because like I can read Rumi, and then I can become a Muslim, and I'm like, oh, Rumi makes sense, and so everything, all these things make sense. But when you hear those hadiths, you're like, whoa, this shit is stupid. It's crazy. It's cringe. Is this a joke? Like, is this comedy? Are they like making fun of it?
The hadith are like there's so many. There's people that had intentions, like they had their motive of why they would claim what something was said. But that's why you can't just. I don't know. You can't be a layman looking at hadith.
Can't be a layman. Anybody can read any of this shit. There's no advanced knowledge necessary. It is what it is. Ridiculous.
You can't be a layman. I guess you can be a layman, but you have to be very, very critical of what you're reading. Like the idea that Muhammad had a threesome. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're very sensitive about this topic. Now, if we were to change the topic from Islam to Christianity or Judaism, do you think I would be emotionally or sensitive about the topic? No. So,
I'm not emotional. I just think it's ridiculous to like for somebody to believe that Muhammad had a threesome and that there's a hadith that claims that.
I know, but do you think a Christian or a Jew would get offended if you were to dig into the Talmud or the Torah or anything and be
No, I mean,
hypercritical?
They'd 100% be hypercritical. I've seen it.
Not well. See, that's my point. Basically, is even if you're Jewish or Christian and you're going to get very upset about somebody's analysis and thus their negative analysis of what is in the information, it's just basically the same political bullshit. So, that's one way to look at, why you ask me why am I being critical of Islam. I'm not like really political about it. I mean, I'm just like shocked by it because I've never seen these interpretations or translations and these topics.
I mean, just because Sam is saying it doesn't mean it's true.
No, I don't. Take Sam out of the equation. Just show me the information. I don't want to hear it in his voice because he's doing comedic type stuff. He's changing his voice. He's doing like character bits. So just show me the screenshots, and then that's enough for me. And I'm like, okay, it's a waste of time because I could go to a mosque close by, and they're not looking at these things, talking about these things. So it's like a whole nother. A bunch of information which is not relevant to what they're doing or what they're talking about. So,
Do you know the 6 articles of faith are in Islam though, and how is that relevant to whether there's a claim that Muhammad had a threesome or not, and whether there's a hadith that says that?
I can't tell you what the 6 articles of faith are not.
Exactly, like these are.
It's not exactly. I mean, I can Google it for you and just give it to you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying these are that's what Islam is. It's not about whether Muhammad did or didn't have a threesome. Obviously he didn't because it was...
Listen, the guy fucking probably did a lot of shit, and I'm sure it wasn't all good. So I don't think that's up for debate. I mean, the guy was a warlord. The guy...
No, he wasn't.
He didn't kill a bunch of people?
He wasn't a warlord. Can you define a warlord?
Somebody who picks up a weapon and starts conquering in the name of God.
That's not what he was doing.
It doesn't matter. There's enough history there where it's basically it is what it is. I don't know how to tell you this, but like I think all religions in a way are cults. So some are less toxic than others, but essentially they're all similar in the sense that if you believe in the sky god as opposed to like the universe, I think you're being more political. You have to depoliticize by going universal.
You think God is the universe rather than God being God?
I think it took the whole universe, which is infinity, which is God, to create our reality. It's possible that the universe is like an incubator, and our Earth and our solar system came out of the entire cosmos, and that would technically be the all God or the all Father or Godfather, something to that extent in English. So there's a metaphysic, it's energy, and we are that energy. So positive vibrations is the optimal choice. If you listen to people complaining, spreading political propaganda, making terrorist threats, that's negative energy, and I want to avoid it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree with you.
I mean, make flowers, make bees, make birds, make peace, make a garden.
Beautify yourself.
Yeah, start with yourself and then work from there. Because a lot of people have it the other way around, where they're trying to change the system as opposed to trying to change themselves first.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The system can try to change.
Are we on YouTube, by the way?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube.
Okay.
So anyways, I mean, I don't think I'm like wrong, but see, people are using the hadiths in the same way that we might talk about any other topic. So that's the thing, is where I can still be critical of a Muslim because I can be like, okay, now it becomes a you problem because you are the one who are gaslit by this topic, and you are the one who won't stop talking about it now. And so what Sam is doing, or what other people do is that's how they create the most dopamine for themselves and for others. It's like a talk show. Every day there's a new topic, and so they choose this one gaslight topic to entertain themselves for the day and produce all their dopamine. But it's pathetic. Sam doesn't go to the gym, and then he has emotional crying spells because he's thinking about.
Should I go to a party? Speaking of the gym, or should I go to the gym?
Go to the gym. That's the party.
I shouldn't go to the party.
Go to
I
the,
haven't gone.
go to the gym, then the party.
But the party started an hour ago.
Well, what are you gonna do there? You're just gonna eat and get fat.
I was gonna dress up.
Well, then go to the gym and then go late. That's how you do it. Show up late. Don't give the show away. Arrive late.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you take action. I hope this conversation has been beneficial for you.
Yeah, it's like, where are you gonna go now?
To another room.
Wow, we can just leave.
Yeah, you got a party to go to.
Download be signed up and a member. Just it sounds like great. Hey man, if they kept the way it is, that would have been awesome. I don't know why the fuck you're away. Like what we were doing. Yeah, this just makes no sense to me. However, I can tell you this. Options change. The option change very, very interesting, Rico. I'm gonna look into that more later because I can't say I'm an expert there. The what? Option chain. Cannot select.
Bireysel alıyor onu yani tabii. Aynen öyle.
Forgot about Gustav. And how it crumbled and burned. Well, ain't nobody impacted that shit, bro. That was like a lot. Well, I never saw it that way. That's why I said that's funny. But yeah, people ask me to bring it back a lot. People are like, bring it back, They did. I should go Trump voice. Maybe people that get it, they want us to bring it back. Do another season.
It's like the insecurity is too strong. It's too strong. It's not like, see, if people were like intellectuals about the racism a little bit, they still wouldn't even last because it was still proven false. It was proven false because a lot of that stuff is like folklore and just it was all made up. In and out. So like why people hide behind it, I don't know why. I think this is the last thing I'm gonna say. But then I'm just listening to you guys. But this one I think why people hold on to that today. The reason why people hold on to it today is because some of the right wingers or whatever, or maybe even some of the left wingers, I don't even know. But a lot of the far right wingers.
They kicked me. They kicked me because I put intellectual racism cloud emoji. He just said people refuse to be intellectual racists or discuss racism intellectually. Isn't it political? Is it not political? And can you not be racist? It's basically a form of comedy.
A Chicago cheeseburger.
Do you want 2 beef patties or do you want 1 beef patty?
I like Kitover here, but you guys don't mod him because he will end the room, and you can kick him. Right. If you want to kick him, you can kick him.
That's right.
I'm just a punching bag.
Of Cloud House. No, I love Kito, my child.
I'm not your sacrificial goat to be projected upon.
Yes, you are.
What else would it be?
No, you are. You're not. You're very mistaken.
Lou, what do you do with your time? Like, how do you spend your time in life?
Yeah, produce or like it's turn into content on your show.
I am the vehicle of your life. How is that possible? What do you do?
Rabbi,
Yeah, whatever you do, sir.
Is short interest in price like 100% negatively correlated? Like, can we confirm that or no?
is what?
Short interest ratio and price action, is it 100% negatively correlated, or how can we confirm this?
But not necessarily. You can't confirm it. There is a non-linear correlation between the two.
See, that's not really that reliable, huh?
It isn't like
Guarantees. It's amazing.
it's not something you take isolated of all other things. Just an indicator. Like, for example, you can have a very high short interest, which means that people are selling it, they're shorting it without acquiring it as a hedge. Okay, so that's an indicator on its own. Does that mean the stock price goes down? Well, has an effect lowering down the stock price, but if, let's say, there's in higher magnitude people buying the share, aside from shorting. So
Didn't that something happened with GameStop? Like, it was like shorted too much and there was no supply of a GameStop stock and it ballooned up when all that Roaring Kitty situation happened.
like, let's just say everyone, so there's more Americans than Canadians. Everyone in Canada is shorting the stock without buying it. So you have a lot of short interest. However, you have Americans who are all buying it. So then the stock goes up, it doesn't go down. Anyways, I'm just like, it's an indicator. That's all I'm saying.
Our second child? You're right. You shouldn't tell people about that. All right, I'll take it back. Nobody listen to that. Anyway, normal.
No, nigga, I'm talking about the fact that
Oh, so you do want to talk about our second child? Which one is it? Make sense. Makes sense, sweetheart. Thank you. But why would you not tell people that you're an author? That doesn't make any sense.
That's not how I want to present on Clubhouse, sir.
You don't want to present as an author?
No, I do not.
Oh, that's crazy.
Women, they could be private, you know?
Agreed. It's just counterintuitive.
And if she's here just, chilling and trolling, you're fucking it up for her because then people are gonna fucking dox her because they're gonna know who is she. I mean,
I don't know who she is, so.
Do you have anything to say about the,
I want to ask Normal about his writing process. Do you write every day?
can we talk about the title of his room?
Most days, but not every day. What do you think about Stephen King?
Besides the fact that he's prolific,
Besides the fact that he's prolific, very prolific.
Yeah, maybe too prolific. Like, it's good, but it's starting to feel like product after a while. Certainly, like the first, 20 books.
20, yeah.
We're wonderful.
You think he's still a cokehead?
You think he's still what?
Cokehead.
You think he's still a cokehead? Because that's what got him through all his writing.
No, he's been sober for, I would say, more than 25 years. Remember, he got hit by a van, too. Natural change. That's right, and he had to fight his way back.
What?
Yeah,
He was jogging, right? Is that it? He was jogging?
He was jogging or walking, I can't remember.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Now, look at the great films that have been made from his stuff, man. It's a good
And he's hated Donald Trump. And he's hated Donald Trump ever since.
Ever since what? I mean, everybody in New York hates Donald Trump. Always did. I mean, they used to make fun of him. They called him a short-fingered vulgarian. But they just mocked him because he was obviously very
I don't even know what that means.
Well, for some reason, his fingers look stubby, and vulgarian is just somebody who's vulgar. This was his Spy magazine used to mock him. I mean, no one in the street called Trump any of that. Nobody. In the street. At first they looked up to him because he was rich.
but then he became sort of a subject of mockery because he was too out there. He used to do things like call up the newspaper and pretend to be his own publicist. You can see a movie about him called The Apprentice, where he apprentices himself to a very dishonest, manipulative lawyer named Roy Cohn. It's a good film to watch, especially if you like.
Donald Trump was well respected from his Robin Leach Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Remember those?
Yeah.
To his prominent New York bad boy Ivanka, Ivana Trump era.
My life.
To
There was a.
Kicked me from the room.
Yeah. I still have a bag. Don't worry. He has three. He has now $100, and I'm still on this nigga. We have no more than that.
If you're trading with money that you can afford to lose, don't be afraid to lose. You learn more from losing money, believe it or not.
Well, I have more than you. That's why. I don't think so. I have 1,000 already. You said 1,000, so I don't think you have 10,000. No, you said you have 8,000. So you don't. No, I do have 1,000. Yes. Yeah, so you don't have more than me. So.
Well, I still had to think measure.
Well, how much do you have? A little more than that, but not much. Why can't you just share how much? I hate secrets. Here. Right now, what's it literally like 1,000?
Never mind for that house on Bolton, Mrs. Tremaine.
So 40 shares. 40 shares. That's too hard.
What you got there, Mr. White?
You fucking faggot.
That
It's Bernstein. They actually are struggling with this. He says VA, right? That's their ticker? Maybe. They're struggling when it comes to the
well, this one called.
Raise to be much better. Verizon is stable. AT&T is really going down like crazy. Why the fuck did you go down?
This guy said if I used one of his songs.
This is my new favorite metric is short interest. That's because you're retarded. You're retarded. It's a nice metric. I'm still thinking that. Well, it can tell you a lot.
This is why they are going to get split into two companies.
AT&T is split into two companies.
AT&T has a subsidiary called Warner Brothers. That's going to get split up into two, but the HBO Max and the streaming is going to be one part, and the other part is going to be the TV thing with all its other content. And then they recently did a re-buyback of a debt of around $17 billion from JP, and then they are also going to issue some junk bonds. They are planning to get some junk bonds for resettlement of the funds because they have $34 billion in debt. The Warner Brothers, and basically Warner Brothers is a part of AT&T.
That's right.
The captions have a flawless relation.
The what?
The captions. The captions on this. I understand what he's saying. You got it perfectly. Serious.
Where do you find them? Oh, show captions.
Yeah, that's impressive.
How about the distribution? I mean, it could be, look, man, it could actually be better. And shit, I would love to reach out to Shkreli after I finish. Talk to this guy.
That's right. You can just chat him up in the comments. Like in the chat, he'll respond to them. No, like what I mean is maybe help him build this.
Always pretending to see his light skin like this, bro. Always. They always. That's where they came from. Always a light skin nigga up in the front seat. He look just like he be doing that shit just.
Because you're talking about it.
You need who is laughing.
I want to know who you say.
Wait,
who you think it was. I want to know what your perception is.
I think it was those people who were laughing and pointing that I could hear listening to the video.
Who was it though? It was me.
Why does that matter? Okay, so you.
I want to know what your perspective is as you characterize the event.
Right, but like I don't understand you.
Why do I need to know? To better
Why
understand.
are you asking me questions here?
Jesus Christ.
You're just like mean to Albedo, and then you think you're just gonna ask me a bunch of questions, bro.
All right, bro. Let you off the hook.
The hook, yes. The captain hook.
Mm-hmm. So
You guys need to stop with like tactical dumbassery sometimes. Like, do you know that? I just want, like, I assume you realize how transparent it is when people do that. Pretend not to know what somebody's talking about. You know,
I don't know what
it's transparent to fucking everybody. In fact, it's like the weird thing is that I think people have like internalized their own cringe when they're on the same team with people who do that shit all the time. It's like wild. Like I don't know. I feel like it explains.
What are you talking about now?
What do you mean by talking about?
What's transparent, Sully?
Gotta like listen more, you know, pay more attention to it as well.
I'm listening now.
Oh, fantastic, JJ.
What's transparent?
Why are you asking me these fucking questions? Just pay attention next time, and then you won't.
Somebody else explain what he's talking about, please, then. Nobody else can.
Okay, that was a solid inference.
I'm a guesser.
Like, it's kind of wacky because, like, people are so fucking, like, defensive and, like, egotistical. Like, it's the same people who like to point and laugh at Albedo in their little safe space, who, like, won't go anywhere, you know, except just hide in this fucking room and will, like, cower from having their positions criticized and will pretend not to know anything in order to have no burden of proof for, like, any claim to make. And then there's like they point and laugh at everybody and like act superior. It's kind of fucking wild.
Jeez, talk about cringe. Really?
Yeah, indeed, talk about cringe. Like, this is the kind of shit that's just like so transparent. And it's like you see it and then you have to internalize the cringe that shit causes you.
Well, what about me? I have to internalize what?
It sounds like you're not listening again. It's like a serious.
I'm listening. I don't understand. Who are you talking about? My ego?
Just answering that.
You're talking about my ego.
I just said that, dude. Are you listening?
It's not clear. Since you can't say yes, I'll take that implication. Go on.
It's just like you're not going to defend Jack. Yeah, he's you're not going to defend everything. And you want to like mock another guy. Like you're going to give me a meaning argument, right?
Well,
like you're going to give me some fucking meaning if I ask you what you believe or why, right? And then you have people who are like genuine, like Albedo, who you fucking dipshits like point and laugh at and mock. It's ridiculous.
well,
Like you have no shame. It's crazy.
if he's slapping himself in the face with a fish, yeah, people are gonna laugh at that.
Oh my god.
You don't even believe. You think Albedo's position is silly, right?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, do you hear what I just said though?
Yeah, you
Like,
think.
did you hear what I just said? Of course, I think it's silly.
Okay.
I also think what you guys did was just like ridiculous.
I mean, we were just inquiring.
There's no reason to fucking sit here and point and laugh as a group, like basically circle around Albedo and point and laugh at him for 40 minutes, and then upload it to